Welcome back to another episode of Basement Bros Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Ethan,
Now I'm your host Elijah.
and we are back for another week of sports. My brother, how you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Can't complain. Life is life, and it's life and it's life and good. Sometimes life and good, sometimes life and bad, but it's life. You know what I'm saying? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, bro. Feeling
Good.
good, man.
Good.
I can't be mad at the performance from my quarterback, even though he lost, but bro, nice. I can't even like lie no more and act like he not our quarterback going forward. He's that dude.
I thought you would have thought that after the second time we played Philly. Honestly,
I felt that way, but it's just he's just reaffirming that feeling every week, every time he
yeah.
plays.
Yeah, he's. I think he's the truth, man. And I didn't even realize that he like I think last week he had 40 something sacks. The next closest is like Russell Wilson with like 33 or something like that. Like he sacked way more than everybody else, and he leads the league in passing yards. But
Oh,
Kuhn
nice.
said that is because they down. But I don't think that's necessarily it. I think Bieniemy just don't really like running the ball too much. But
Nah, he doesn't run the ball. I guess it's both true because a lot of his numbers are inflated, especially for like some of those blowout games against the Bills and the Bears. But
yeah,
they passed the ball 80% of the time, so like of course he has the most passing yards in the league. But
yeah. But he's. I think he looks good. I think he's pretty composed in the pocket. But this is a fan corner thing. But I like it. I think you got your quarterback of the future. Eagles was a bye week, and boy, football is stress free when your team is on a bye week. You don't gotta worry about nothing.
yeah,
So I was
yeah.
chilling this weekend, got to enjoy. I watched some games in and out. I mostly watched the games after they were because I got YouTube TV, so I get to watch the key moments in the game. And I did that for most of the games, so I didn't actually watch them, but it seemed like they were pretty good games throughout the week. It was
Yeah.
pretty exciting stuff throughout the week. So, um, yeah, can't be football season.
Yeah, yeah, but before we get into some football, we gotta talk about the NBA. A lot, a lot has been going down in the NBA.
Oof.
First, let's just start. Let's just get it out the way. Let's talk about the the headlock, the headlock, the headlock heard around the world, bro.
Oh my god.
Warriors versus Timberwolves.
It was
Clay
0-0.
Thompson and it, in the first 90 seconds of the game or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
crazy like that.
yeah, man.
Um, Warriors, Clay Thompson and Jaden McDaniels get into a kind of like a tussle, I guess. And
Yeah,
then
and they were
Rudy Gobert,
tangled up, and then it turned into pushing and shoving and ripping the jersey.
yeah, and then and Gobert tries to kind of get Clay off of him, and
Yeah,
Draymond just took his opportunity to go put bro in the headlock.
man.
It seemed like he been wanting to do that for a minute, bro.
I
Cause
mean,
that was crazy. He went
yeah,
straight
that
for
was
his neck.
crazy. That was crazy. He went straight for his neck. He didn't push him off because it would have been He could have just pushed him off, but he put him in a chokehold. It's like he didn't. You could have just pushed him off. It definitely seemed a little bit personal there. Steve Kerr's face pleading with Draymond to let go. He was like, Draymond. Oh man! Even if you watch the video, even Clay Thompson's face is pretty funny because he was pretty mad. He was pretty mad in the tussle. So that was some funny stuff. But Draymond just being Draymond, man. For years I've said Draymond fouls so much that like refs don't know what's a foul and what's not a foul. So it's like he gets like to chill. It's kind of also a Nick Wright take, but I've also agreed with this take for years that he fouls so much that like he can get away with fouls, or like he's so aggressive that he can get away with fouls. And I think this is just another example of like him being able to like. He's definitely gonna get suspended, but I feel like for other players it would have been made of a little big of a deal because players got suspended for swinging on somebody, but like usually they're in a face-to-face fight. He grabbed Rudy Gobert and puts him in a chokehold. I think that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's very crazy.
Yeah, it's like I mean they even on First Things First they were talking about how Patrick Beverly ran up last season. I think it was last season or the season before, and pushed somebody, and he got 3 games, or he pushed the guy or like kind of hit him and got like 3 games for it. And Chris Broussard was saying that was worse, but I don't think that's worse than putting somebody in a chokehold. That's crazy. He did it for like 10 seconds. So I guess the next question ultimately is how long do you think? What do you think the NBA is going to do about it?
You have to suspend him for at least about 4 or 5 games, bro. You have to do.
Right.
You got to do a multiple game suspension. Nothing too crazy, but
Yeah, I mean, I was wilding. I didn't really. I feel like I didn't understand. I don't pay too close attention to when players get suspended. So I thought I was like, yeah, 20 games. Niggas was like, what? 20
nah,
games?
20
That's
games is
crazy.
wild.
That's too crazy. Well, yeah, and that's that is crazy. So I understand. But 4 games for sure. Like 4, I think 4 games for sure. I think that's like an egregious thing he did because one, it's not even like Rudy Gobert was attacking Klay Thompson, and yeah, he didn't know that, but it's like, all right, you would have known if you ain't run over there and try to put him in the
Yeah, you
chokehold.
want to put him in a chuckle like
Yeah, so it's like, yeah. So I mean, I'd be interested to see what they do about it. And plus, they said, sometimes they consider past history, and Draymond does have a history of just kind of just wilding out. So,
right.
and the game before they played, he kind of uh was John and Anthony Edwards, made Anthony Edwards go off on them. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what they do about Draymond. In other news, James Harden with the Clippers have lost what 5 in a row, 6 in a row,
I think 6. I
6
think
in a row.
yeah, against the Denver.
They're
But it was a close game.
close game, but they still lost.
Yeah, it was a close, but they lost against Denver. It's Denver.
They lost 6 in a row, bro.
They have lost 6 in a row, and it's so funny because James Harden was like saying, "Yeah, I still got to get back in shape and basketball form." And it's fun. The first night when they played the Lakers after he got traded, I was like, "Why isn't James Harden playing?" In the chat, Saudi was like, "He just got traded." That same day, PJ Tucker was playing in the game. He was like, "But James Harden hasn't played all offseason." Who fault is it that even if you're not playing all offseason, I think it's your job to stay in shape and be in basketball ready shape. You know what
Yep.
I mean? Like
Yep.
too often his excuse is that I haven't been on the court, so I need some like type of conditioning to get back in basketball shape. It's like, bro, you're a professional basketball player. You should be in basketball shape all the time. Like I don't
Facts.
understand. It's not like he retired and came back from the game. You played last season, bro. You played last season. So why are you always not in basketball shape? You know what I mean? So like I don't know. Harden is just I don't know. As the seasons go on, Harden's just kind of I don't know. He's kind of ruining his own legacy with the shenanigans of that he's done in the past few years. But the only thing that turns it around, I think, for him is winning. So they got to figure out a way to win in LA.
If they don't win, do you think this is James Harden's last stop?
Oh, for sure. I mean, unless they give him the pennies on the dollar, unless he starts to take team friendly deals, it's up for him. I do think he would be good with the Lakers, though. I'm not gonna lie. I think if
I'm
he
not letting
played,
from the Lakers, bro.
I
Keep
think
him away.
I think if he was on a strictly I'm a point guard playmaker type deal, like type of situation, I think he would be pretty good with the Lakers.
Yeah, but we know he's not on that type
Yeah,
time.
that's true. And I also think he would be good with the. I also think he would be good with the Spurs because he can play. He can play me ball, but he's also a really good point guard, and he can give Wimby the ball better than all the other players on his team can give him the ball. So if he's decided to take nothing, no money, and Greg Popovich thought it would be a good idea, which I don't think he would think is a good idea. I think basketball wise, I think it'd be a okay fit.
I don't know. I don't know about that one, bro. Wherever James Harden goes, I don't think it's a good fit. Like, and not for the brand of basketball that he's trying to play. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to
Talking about
get paid. Like, he wants
yeah,
to. He thinks he's the system. I'm
it's
the
over.
system. You're not a system player. Like, bro,
It's over for James
you're
Harden getting paid. It's
yeah,
over for him.
and especially the way he's been playing. Like, he's playing iso ball.
It's over for him getting
You're
paid.
trying to play iso ball on the Clippers with 3 other ball dominant players. You're not gonna. Clippers aren't going nowhere, bro.
I feel like the last chance he had of getting paid was Sixers, and he ruined that. So I mean, like again, I said like if the only chance he has is winning.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Um, we talked about the Lakers.
Hello,
The Lakers.
hello.
y-
You're
Hello. Okay. Elijah has left the chat.
hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. You can hear me now.
I can hear you.
All right, bet. Yeah, for a second, I was talking and you weren't hearing me, and then the screen turned off.
Uh,
Yeah,
I could
you're
hear you. I could hear you the whole time.
okay. Just around like 11 minutes, just maybe 11:30. Look at the time, cause your screen turned off and it was just it wasn't your icon anymore. It was just great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I was kind of talking, and then you weren't responding. So I don't know what's going on.
All right, cool. All right, let's just jump into the Lakers talk.
All right.
So the Lakers also had a little scruffle of their own.
Yeah.
AD and Desmond Bain. Did you watch that game?
I didn't watch the whole game. I saw the scuffle though.
All right. What did you make of what you watched?
Um, I mean, AD is still playing kind of well. Grizzlies suck, and they're gonna suck. They just suck. I think they really miss. Is this more of a Lakers talk or just that both teams?
You can talk about both teams you want. Yeah.
I think the Lakers are really gonna miss Dylan Brooks.
Grizzlies.
I mean, Grizzlies, yeah, Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies are gonna miss Dylan Brooks. I mean, I think he added an intensity to that game, kind of a toughness to that game, to that team. And I think they're kind of missing that. That was kind of their identity. That's kind of been the Grizzlies' identities from even before the John Morant era. And I think he added to that, and I think they made a mistake letting him go.
Yeah.
I think they'd be playing way better if he was there.
Yeah. They is also the only good wing they had.
Yeah. So I think they made a mistake on that. I mean, the Lakers are the Lakers, man. This is. I mean, they won that game, but the Grizzlies suck. I mean, but they. So it's a tournament, so they're still in the tournament, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think they can win it. It's possible. I mean, Denver might win it too. They might have to play like Denver for the champ. Imagine they
That'll
had.
be tough.
yeah.
That'll be so tough. I'm waiting for that. But
Yeah.
All right, you want to get into some Buffalo talk? Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen.
Yep, let's do it.
All right, Buffalo drops another game.
Yep.
Monday Night Football. They play the Denver Broncos. The kind of Denver Broncos kind of make a resurgence a little bit.
Yeah.
Russ had a pretty good game, a pretty OC pass in that first quarter.
Shout out
But
Sean Payton.
yeah, yeah. But the Bills, they lose 22-24. They fire their offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey. What do you think about the Buffalo Bills currently at sitting at 5-5, out of the playoffs, by the way?
Um, I just think it's one of those years, man. They're just having a bad year. They had bad injury luck. Um, bad injury luck. Bad QB play from Josh Allen. Um, I think Josh Allen is very similar to Carson Wentz in that I think he plays like all or nothing football. Like he don't like the check down. He don't like the easy pass. The only way he know how to win is he gotta go all out and he gotta ball out. That's the only way he knows how to win. So, um, yeah, I mean, I think that has like hurt Carson Wentz. I think Carson Wentz was very stubborn about it, and I think Carson Wentz got so used to playing that style of football that he couldn't change when he needed to, and I think that's the spot Josh Allen is in. Um, there's even a clip of Tom Brady that's going around. Tom Brady telling him that he needs to just take the check down. He's kind of just laughing it off. Tom Brady's like, "Yeah, we talked about it. You can't go for, some part of being a quarterback is being risk averse sometimes. So if you have a guy and he's covered, that may mean that sometimes you take the guy in the flat where you still get a few yards, but you move up the field. You got to take the shorter yardage and kind of work your way up. And I think Josh Allen just kind of struggles with that concept sometimes. Um, and I mean, it also could be the play calling too. I mean, I haven't watched their tape or anything, so I don't even know if there were opportunities. Sometimes maybe they were calling deep stuff for him all the time, and so maybe that's
Yep.
what the issue is. You never know. So, hopefully, he can turn it around because I like Josh Allen. He's super exciting to watch. Like I said, I think he plays like how Carson Wentz played in that season where he was considered MVP. That's how Josh Allen to me has been playing the past few years. It's just that he also with the good Carson Wentz stuff, he also mixed in some of the bad Carson Wentz stuff too. You know what I mean? And I think if he can kind of figure that stuff out, because I would hate for him to kind of take that path where all of a sudden now he's lost all his confidence and he can't play to the level where people think he can play. So, but yeah, it's interesting. Even with the Diggs stuff, the Diggs twist on it with Trayvon Diggs, kind of commenting on it, saying that Stephon Diggs made Josh Allen and all that stuff, tweeting about it. And he tweeted this way after the game, and he tweeted two tweets, and two tweets were hours apart, which kind of suggests that Stephon Diggs didn't correct him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just looking crazy in Buffalo right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think you alluded to it last week when you were talking about how they might need to get a new coach in there.
Facts.
Um, I think they just need to revamp that whole offense.
Yeah.
Maybe not the defense. I mean, you could try maybe the defense because
Like that.
the defense is like that, but they're also their guys get injured every year. I
I
don't
mean, but
know.
that's just football. Like it's just luck. Sometimes, I feel like sometimes people try to put injuries on coaches and stuff, but it's like they play a violent
I'm
game.
not talking about the coaches. I'm talking about the players.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. They get
I mean, but
injured.
look at the Niners. It used to be like Bosa used to get injured every year. Like their defense used to get injured every year, and they've been pretty healthy. It's just, I think it's just, it just happens.
Not really.
I mean, but I can't lie because if players are injury prone, then maybe you got to move off them.
I mean,
But
it's not like they're getting, but I'm not saying like, oh, it's just a knickknack here and there. Oh, they miss a game or two every year. No,
maybe for the whole
they're
season.
Trey White miss significant time every year.
Yeah,
Their
yeah,
safeties miss significant time all the time. So it's
yeah.
like, maybe you could thug out another year with that defense because I think that defense is still good. That front four, that front seven is still good, but you got to revamp the offense. This offense doesn't work. You
Yeah.
tried it with two different OCs. They don't. You're not winning. You're not winning meaningful games. You're getting to the playoffs, but you're
Well,
not
they were good
winning.
with Dayball. I think Dayball.
I mean, no. They went to the Western Conference. They went to the not Western Conference, but they went to the conference championship. Then they went to the divisional 2 years in a row. Like they're not progressing. They're not getting further.
But
They're going backwards.
yeah, I can see that. I mean, I just think they also play. They also play. Once you get to the final 3, 4 teams in the AFC, those are really good teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you gotta. I mean, when you lose, you gotta make changes. You don't stay the same. Like,
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
pretty foolish for you to lose and then keep thinking that, oh yeah, we were so close, we just gonna keep running it back. Like, no,
I mean,
build on what you have.
they were Tyreek Hill magic away from winning that game, so I can
What
understand
about
why.
the Bengals?
Huh?
What about the Bengals loss?
Yeah, I mean the Bengals lost. I think they should have changed. I just think that they're missing Dayball because Dayball wasn't there that year. You know what I mean? So they tried it again with this new OC, and then they fired him. So I think they're making the change. I mean, I just think McDermott. I think I understand the reasoning behind keeping McDermott because the defense has been good. The defense has been good. He's a good defensive play caller. So maybe getting the right offensive play caller is what they need. But um, he's the next person to go if it don't work out.
Yeah,
So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, they're gonna keep Josh Allen. They're gonna keep him.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying get rid of him. I'm just saying you need to revamp the offense. Whether it's I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
what they got to do
they need.
because it's
I
tough.
think they would. I think they would be really good if they ran more of a Ravens style offense. Maybe not run as much, but run Ravens this year style offense where they run with their backs, running back by committee, and then you still got to worry about the threat of Lamar, but he's dropping back a little bit more, and they move the ball from under center, and they kind of move the pocket around. I think they would probably benefit from that in short yardage passes. But we'll see. I mean, enough. That's the thing about the 24-hour news cycle is that these players hear about it so much that he's probably going to start checking the ball down a little bit more.
I hope so. Hope
Yeah,
so.
he has to, or else he's going to be Carson Wentz.
All right. We can get into fan corner. Um, Man, the Commanders had a tough game against the Seahawks. That
Yeah.
first half was very rough to watch. Both teams sucked, but I mean, like I said, man, the defense is terrible. They
Oh
continue to
wow.
be terrible. Um, it's like when Sam Howell scored that last touchdown, I knew we were still going to lose because we gave them too much time. They had a whole minute to drive up the field on us, and Jack Del Rio is just calling the most obvious defensive plays that any quarterback could drive on them. He's
So
showing
do you think it's the defensive play call or do you think it's personnel or both?
both,
Both.
both. I think is both. We don't have the guys, and we definitely don't have the scheme. Um,
Guys in which secondary? You think your secondary sucks?
Secondary linebackers,
And D
and
line?
now D line, yeah,
Oh my god. Oh my
yeah.
god.
I mean we don't have like Chase and Sweat combined had just as many sacks as the rest of the team.
That's why I was saying, bruh. I understand one of them, but both of them was wild.
I mean, trading Chase told me that they didn't believe in who he was, and they didn't believe that the money they were going to give him was worth it. So
I,
eh,
I think I think they just
keeping the
wanted
money isn't stupid. To me, keeping the money isn't
because
dumb.
it was for a fifth, right?
No, we turned his fifth year option down.
No. What did you trade him for?
A
What?
third, a third round,
Oh,
third
a
round.
third. Okay, a third, not bad. Third, not bad.
But it's basically a fourth round pick. Honestly, it's
Yeah,
after the third round.
right. And it's a third, and it's their third, so they're gonna be pretty good.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So I don't know. I think I wouldn't have done it, but I think also you guys have serious concerns. I think you guys have to stockpile draft picks. You guys have serious offensive line concerns because even the amount, if you just take away the amount of, if even with the defense that you have right now, if you guys have protection for Sam Howell, I think you guys would be in every game. If he just had protection, you know what I mean? So, and you guys have good backs. He just don't have protection. So I think you guys just need better O line play. And then obviously you guys have stars on the defensive line. You just need a little bit more. So that's the thing about the NFL is like it's very hard to have it all. Very few teams have the personnel the 49ers have, where on every level of defense they have all pros. You know what I mean? Every level of every, you know what I'm saying, they have all pros. So you kind of got to pick and choose your spots where you want to be solid at. And I think offensive line probably help y'all out.
yeah, we need to get an O line. We need to fire Ron and Jack Del Rio. Get some new guys in there. I mean, I think uh it's I think it's personnel because the guys are young. We have a lot of young guys, a lot of rookies playing on that defense. So
All right,
of
that's not
course,
bad then.
they're not going to be great. But when
Yeah,
you have when you have just a defense that just doesn't live up to their competition, like a lot a lot of talk comes out of Washington that we're known for our defense, but I've never bought into that, honestly. Like
oh wow.
the defense hasn't the defense looks good because the competition has been weak every other year.
I think y'all have a way, but I think y'all have a way better offense than y'all have defense. It's just y'all have I think y'all have great receivers. I like your running backs, and your QB's good. And I even like your tight end.
Yeah, that was the case this year, but yeah. I
I think I have a pretty good, like, even last year I was talking about y'all have really good receiving core.
yeah.
Yeah, like they all like, it's like a lot of teams just pass it to the same few guys, but I feel like Sam Howell passes the ball around, and you guys have pretty consistent pass catchers. Like they all can catch. Like you don't have no guy on your team that you're like, damn, he can't catch. There's always that guy on the team that's like for us, it's like what's what's the dude? He dropped the pass. He dropped a touchdown in the Super Bowl, basically. Um, quick dude. I forget his name. Anyways, not poor. I don't remember, but there's always a guy on your team that you're like, man, he be dropping a lot of passes.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
don't have anybody like that on your team.
Yeah. I mean, the future is bright.
Yeah.
The future is bright. If we can get a good GM in there, it looks like this new ownership is competent with the moves they made. I mean, it doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but when they made those trades, I wasn't mad because I knew that having draft picks and money is never a bad thing in the NFL. It's never
Yeah.
a bad thing in the NFL. So, I'm excited to see what we do. We got the Giants coming up, so hopefully we can finally beat them. Now that they're literally the worst team in the league,
I don't
but
know
we'll
what's
see.
the Giants play y'all like how y'all play us. It's so weird. Everybody has their little team.
I don't know, bro.
The Giants, how
I
y'all
don't
play
know.
the Giants? It's an overtime game.
I really don't know. So I'm gonna be at that game too. So
Oh, nice,
they can't lose, bro.
nice. Okay,
They
all right.
can't lose,
I think y'all gonna beat, bro. Danny DeVito or whatever, bro. Name Tommy DeVito.
bro. They the
Ain't boy,
Giants.
no way, boy.
They the Giants, and we got Ron Rivera, bro. Anything's possible, bro.
Jeez.
Anything's possible. So, I mean, y'all had a bye week. Do you wanna
Yeah,
give
I
a
mean, we
little?
can talk. We can look ahead. I think our team. I think this week we got a little healthier. They haven't really talked too much about Hurt's knee, but they said nothing negative about his knee. So they said there's nothing negative surrounding his knee, which is a positive.
Yeah.
Roby's back. Our corner is back. We signed him a little later in the year, but he was solid and he got hurt, so he's back. I mean, we lost Dallas Goddard, so we're still trying to figure out what we're doing at tight end. Um, it's kind of sucks, but we lost him last year. In the middle of the season too. It's always some divisional games, man. We lost him against y'all last year, and now we lost him against Dallas this year. Um, but I feel good about it. I mean, people are pretty confident we're going to lose against the Chiefs, but I think we're going to beat the Chiefs. I think we can beat the Chiefs. I think I said it last week. I think we're like the Chiefs. I think we're like the Chiefs before their defense was super good, where you kind of have to play really well to beat. Like you have to play all damn near perfect to beat us, and we can make mistakes, but I mean, obviously I don't want us to make mistakes, but that's how the first half of the season is happening. Like we can make mistakes, but when we need drives, we're gonna make those drives and we're gonna score. And I think we can beat the Chiefs. I think we can. I think they'll be able to obviously score on us. But I think we'll be going to be able to score on that defense too. That defense is really good, but we also saw them struggle against. I mean, well, I can't say we obviously don't have the Broncos defense or cornerbacks, but I think we have a defensive front that's comparable to them, and now Jalen Carter's should be 100% healthy. So I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
Y'all
Feeling
play
good.
the
Hopefully,
Chiefs. Y'all play the Chiefs. That's gonna be a great game.
yeah, I can't wait. Monday night. Monday
That's
night.
Monday night game. All right, word.
Yeah,
That's
Monday
tough.
night, baby. I
Yeah,
can't wait.
I'm locking in for that one, bro.
If we win that game, man, nobody gonna be able to say we're not the best in the league this right now.
You
Which
know,
I don't really care about if
Nick
people
Wright gonna
say,
find a way to say it, bro.
yeah, I mean he's gonna figure it out. But he's already saying they're gonna win this game. He's like after they beat Philly, I think we're gonna beat them. I think we can beat them. They haven't looked that impressive offensively. Obviously Patrick Mahomes is gonna get his. We gotta worry about him running his legs more than anything because that's what Dak really killed us. When we were chasing him around, we couldn't contain him in the pocket, and every time he ran to his right, he was able to get like a solid pass off. Um, so hopefully, Desai, who I believe in as a defensive coordinator, um, I think with this amount of time and the new pieces, the thing is, he's been playing. We've been playing this whole season. Almost every week, he's had to play with a totally new secondary because somebody will get injured. So he had to move somebody somewhere else, and we had to figure it out. And we were still winning. So I think with time, a healthy secondary, we have time to come up with a game plan. I think we can beat them.
Word.
I mean, it's still the Chiefs, so you still got to hood.
It's still the Chiefs. It's still the Chiefs.
It's not the end of the world if we lose, but I think we can beat them. And yeah, I think this hard stretch we got coming up, I think we can beat all of those teams. I really do.
All right, word.
Dallas twice, it's a little hard, but I think we can beat them too. I want to so bad.
Man. We got. Speaking of Dallas, Dallas and the Niners get back on the winning side of things.
Yeah.
Niners take down the Giants in another blowout win.
Niners took down Jags.
I mean the Cowboys. Cowboys take down the Giants in another blowout win, and the Niners blow out the Jags.
Yeah.
So which performance to you was more impressive?
I mean, it gotta be the Niners. Come on. Well, the Cowboys blew them out by like the craziest margin, like since like the 1950s, or like a yardage the yardage difference was like the most since like the 1950s or something like that, something crazy like that, which is impressive. But I mean, they're on their third string quarterback, so I mean, it's not really that impressive to me. And they've looked discombobulated all season, except for when they play no shots, but shots. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's definitely the Niners. The Jags were on a 6-game winning 5 or 6-game winning streak, and they just whooped them like that. So I thought that was impressive. So a lot of people are saying that the Niners are the best team in the league right now. I was
Really?
watching Undisputed, and Richard Sherman. I mean, he got a little bit of bias,
Yeah, that's his team.
but I mean, his points are valid. I mean, I would make an argument that they could be considered healthy. I think when healthy, they can be considered the best team in the league. I mean, unfortunately, we have players that are out for the season. I feel like if Avonte Maddox wasn't out for the season, I think that our season, I think we'd still be undefeated too, and people would consider us the best. But we lost some players for the season, that kind of messes us up. So I think they still have an opportunity to be healthy. So I think healthy, they're a hard team to beat. I mean, that's just what it is. When Trent Williams is in there, you saw that 3-game losing streak. Trent Williams got hurt on the first game, and he didn't play the next 2 games, and they lost.
Mm.
That's why. And then Trent Williams is back, and they black the balloon teams out. I mean, Debo also came back, but like I think Trent Williams is a big deal for them. Having him, Purdy being confident in the pocket is important. So, I mean, I got to give it to the Niners. You know what I'm saying? Which one is more important? I mean, the Cowboys look good. Don't get me wrong. But since Dak has been in the league, Dak always beats trash. They always blow out teams that are bad.
Yeah, that's true.
They've never not blown out. If you're a bad team and you're playing the Cowboys, they're going to whoop you. That's what it's been for years. Like, well, since Dak's been the quarterback. And then every once in a while, a bad team's going to beat them. And they already lost to the Cardinals. So,
Yeah.
they still might lose another one, but we'll see.
Us to Thanksgiving. But I was gonna say,
Oh yeah, they
I was
haven't
gonna say
played
the
y'all yet,
Niners.
right?
Huh?
They haven't played y'all yet.
No, they haven't.
I think y'all can get one. I think
Let's
y'all can
hope.
get one.
I was just trolling, but
I think y'all can get one.
we'll see. We'll see. I hope so, but we'll see. Yeah, I think the Niners. I mean, the thing about the Cowboys is that, like you said, the Cowboys are always going to whoop up on trash teams.
Yeah,
It's the good teams that they can never beat.
yeah.
So
They're 0-2 against teams with winning records.
yeah. So I mean, that's their problem. It's been their problem for years now.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Niners. I still think the Niners are your biggest threats in the NFC.
yeah, for sure.
Um,
Sure.
I wouldn't say that they're. I think it's gonna take them a couple games to get back in their groove. I
They
know
look
they
like
just came off that bye.
they
I
look
know
like
they're
they
gonna.
was in their groove on Sunday.
Yeah, but I still think it's going to take them a couple games to get Chase Young integrated into what they're doing.
Yeah,
Um, Brock Purdy still has to settle in after that bad stretch of games. He looked good, but
300 for 3 touchdowns. He looks settled in.
I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta give him because it can look now. He looks good now, and then if he has a bad game next week, we all going. You know what I'm saying? So
True. I mean,
I think
it's normal. I don't think Brock Purdy is no world beater and he's gonna be good for the rest of his career. I think he can. He's you know he's gonna have a few stinkers here and there. It's normal. You know what I mean? But I think they're a front running team. When they have the lead, they're gonna beat you. When they don't have the lead, or if you're going back and forth with them, I think you can get them. I think that's really what it comes down to. Like if you get a few stops on Brock Purdy, which is not easy to do because their offense is a well-oiled machine. But if you can get a few stops, slow down Christian McCaffrey, or stop something that they're doing and get some stops and get ahead on them, then they're gonna lose the game. And I think that's just who the Niners are.
yeah, I
I
agree.
think Kyle Shanahan is a one-trick pony. He's been running the same offense since he's been there, and that offense has proven that it doesn't come back when it's down.
Fair. Let's get on to the next one. All right, let's talk about CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud.
Ooh,
Um,
okay.
CJ Stroud
The young boy.
continues to impress the NFL world. Clearly out dueling any rookie quarterback out there,
Ever.
and outperforming any NFL offensive rookie. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Blowing that out the water. How will you feel about CJ Stroud?
I mean, the dude's a stud, man. He's a stud. They're not trying to make the game easier with the run. They're not slowing the game down for him. Bruh's playing big boy football and he's thriving in that environment. He's playing. He went head to head with Burrow. I mean, people laugh at it now, but he went head to head with Baker, and Baker played like prime Baker in that game. They
Yeah,
like Baker. He went head to head like I think he's a stud, man. I think he processed the game quick. I think they got some low key receivers in the Texans have some low key receivers. Um, and I don't know. I think he's gonna be a really good quarterback for a long time. He also has a pretty good offensive line. They protect him pretty well. Um, but I think he's gonna be a good quarterback for a good time. I mean, for a long time. I think D'Amico Ryans was the right call by the Texans. And what do you think about this? He might be, since I've been watching football, the best Texans quarterback ever. I mean, Deshaun Watson.
yeah. I was about to say I don't know. He's not Deshaun Watson.
So far, I'm just saying. I mean, no, I'm not gonna lie. Deshaun Watson was a low turnover guy too, so I can't act like Deshaun Watson in Texas with the Texans weren't. But
I can't give him Deshaun Watson yet because it's. I mean, it's been
too early.
he's been great, but it's been like 8 games, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
he
say
was
he's been
pretty
better
messy.
than
But I
Deshaun
think he
Watson.
can. I think he can. I mean, it's not like it's that many great Texans quarterbacks. I
Yeah,
think he
yeah,
can
yeah.
easily be the best Texans quarterback ever if he continues on this trajectory.
I
We'll
mean,
see
he's
how he is next
second.
year.
He's
Huh?
second.
Yeah,
To me, he's better than Matt Schaub or
right now
Brock
he's second.
Osweiler.
I mean, right now, I mean, unless one of these receivers turn out to be an all-time great, he hasn't. He's done it without an all-time great receiver. So,
Yeah, so I
but it's
mean,
that Tom. You're right. A lot of things got to develop. But I'm just saying, he's looking early on. He has the potential to be.
yeah, yeah. I agree with that. I agree
Yeah.
with that. I mean, say CJ Stroud, man. The fact that he's doing what he's doing with the receivers that he has, the fact that no one thought that they would be 5-4. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I thought they would be the worst team in the league,
I mean,
and
to me, I'm not that surprised because they were kind of competitive towards the end of the season last year.
I'm surprised.
Like they were pretty competitive last year, and I forgot who was their coach. Last year he got fired.
Um,
He was a black guy, right?
yeah,
I
I
forget who
think it
that.
might have been Lovey Smith.
Yeah, Lovie Smith was their coach last year, and
Yeah,
they were okay last year. So they had players, they had guys. Um, but I mean, obviously they're way outperforming what they did. But for as good as CJ Stroud is, I'm surprised. I'm more surprised by him. But this seems like a team to me, at least, which I thought in like a year or two they would be pretty good if D'Amico Ryans was good. Just
yeah,
because they showed flashes of that they could be a good team. They were in some games last year,
yeah.
so
Yeah, it surprised me, bro.
yeah.
I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting this. But around the horn, you had the Lions and Chargers game,
Oof,
which
always a
amazing
good one.
game.
The Chargers are addicted to close games
And losing.
and losing.
Yeah, yeah.
Addicted.
So shout out to Jared Goff, my fantasy quarterback. He was doing his thing out there.
I'm dead.
Um, and then another great game. The Ravens versus Browns. Lamar didn't have the best game, but you know, Browns came out on top.
You be like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Any other news you wanted to talk about before we get out of here?
Nothing. Right now, Bleacher Report Gaming. is doing Eagles Chiefs simulation, and the Eagles are up. Eagles are up 21-16.
Word.
It's 3rd and 13. Eagles ball. Let's see if they get this first.
That's
No,
crazy.
they did not get this first.
Okay.
But anyways, you know what I'm gonna say. Fly Eagles fly, baby.
Word. Fly Eagles fly. Hoping that Washington can get a dub this weekend.
Who y'all play?
The Giants.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, hoping that they can get a dub this weekend and not disappoint me while I'm there. You know what I'm saying? But
Man, I hope so too, man.
I
I need
I
y'all to
can.
be out of the playoffs. I hope y'all lose. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I
Well, maybe
mean, we're
not
not
this
gonna play
time.
y'all anyway. Y'all about to have the first round bye anyway. So
Yeah, but by some strange way, if y'all get to the playoffs and then we have to play y'all,
bro,
I don't play y'all
you
third
good,
round.
bro. You good. You good. You
I
good.
don't play y'all thirds. I'd rather play the Cow. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. That Cowboys game
You
had me.
rather play the Cowboys, bro?
Nah, that Cowboys game had me more stressed than
I was
y'all.
about to say way more stress.
Nah,
That's real.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Commanders games be having me stressed, but it's like Cowboys games is a different level of stress. It's a different level. I thought it was close, but nah, it's a different level of stress.
Nah, it has to be, bro. Y'all almost. It was like who wanted to lose more. Y'all.
Yeah, that
That's
was
how it
true.
felt at the end.
It was an L off. It was
Yeah.
like we want to lose. No, we want. The Cowboys is like we are the Cowboys.
Yeah. So, yeah, they definitely wanted to lose. It was wild. But all right. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys follow these Instagram at Basement Bros Pod, Hot Nerd Net. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you check out. I did a season 2 of Loki recap. It should be out today. Make sure you guys check that out.
Nice.
And we'll
I
be
was
back.
watching it yesterday.
Loki.
Yeah, I gotta catch
Fire.
up. I gotta catch up.
Yeah, fire.
All right.
Make sure you check out the pod, man. And then we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
See ya.